𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒃 fights by the commander's side in that last battle. The crypt was like roar, like 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒃 dagger.
Wayfinder.
I'm so sorry about Mabon.
He was kinder than we deserved. If we didn't have the Cryptus at our door, I'd light a fire in our hearth. We'd sing, drink in his name. But instead we fight. The Astral Ward is holding the front line at the Bastion of Strength.
When Mabon made his final journey, the Cryptus fell back. Huh. Got that going for us, at least.
The Bastion is presently secure, but when the next push begins...
The air is different. They're plotting something.
Then we'd better be at full strength when that happens.
We haven't seen Iskaran since the Bastion of the Celestial was overrun.
I assume he's near the Spire, if not inside. What he's up to could be good or bad. Wayfinder, I need you out on the Bastions. We could use a victory today.
I'll make sure the Cryptus feel our pain firsthand. Where's Zoja?
In the barracks, I think. Seems to be taking this the hardest.
Get it together, Zoja. Get it together! I'm one of the most awarded scholars in the college.
Not that I entirely understand this whole wizard thing, but I think you'd be a great one.
Did you hear all of that?
I can pretend I didn't.
I'd be able to let go of all this grief, Mabon, Maguma, but I'd leave almost everything of merit I've ever achieved. But come on, I made a life-changing decision just after Mabon died. If it came from anyone but Dagda, it'd be emotional warfare. I used to be so mad at everyone. You have no idea.
At me?
At the world. You didn't do anything, but... When I left Radasum, all I wanted was for you, or Logan, or Taimi to come looking for me. But I didn't want to be found. You guys were off saving the world, and I just wasn't ready for that again.
I figured you would have called if you needed us. I'm so sorry, Zoja. We would have come. I know I would have.
I know. I do. And I could have just as easily asked. I just wanted to feel wanted, you know? I was embarrassed to ask. But you can't know what I need unless I tell you.
What do you want to do?
I feel selfish for even humoring the idea.
You're happy here.
𝓂 hasn't felt like home in years. Another researcher, Pastor Prime, they stopped asking me to speak at the colleges. But here, they know me. Even without Mabon, this feels like home. Especially with you here.
Then I'll support whatever you decide.
Yeah? How is Timmy doing, anyway? Behaving?
Absolutely not, but she's as bright as ever. And dating, if you can believe it.
Oh, alchemy. Nothing stops the march of time, does it?
I'll leave you to it. Frode needs me to... You know what? It's not important. Good luck, 𝐿'𝑗ah. I'm here, no matter what.
Wayfinder, 𝓂 asked for you to check in with him once you've spoken to 𝐿'𝑗ah.
We talked. She's...
Got a lot to think about. We'll let her grieve and reflect. In the meantime, while you're assisting 𝓂, the rest of the Astral Ward could use your help clearing the bastions.
And help raise morale. Many will be devastated when they hear the news. Give them hope.
I can hear them.
Who?
𝐼'𝓂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓶. Do not let your focus slip. The M's are threaded together.
I've heard of your feats since we last spoke, Wayfinder. A title for the ages, I think, and well-deserved. As we approach the World Spire, the cryptists grow more and more ravenous, but calculated. The bastions need you.
Aren't you just seeping with adoration?
Ah, I've yet to introduce you to Camilla, my smile.
It's a pleasure, Wayfinder. Congratulations.
Hands full?
Very. But not without reward. I think I've discovered a way to help the Heart home in on our unwanted visitors. When 𝓂 mentioned he was meeting with you again, I asked to join. I could use someone in the field for more hands-on research.
Well, the Wayfinder has been instrumental in aiding our hunters and the Astral Ward.
Anything to give the upper hand.
Let's talk then. This could be mutually beneficial. When I first handled the device, I felt a yearning in it. It had curiosity for me, perhaps. As I it. I followed this pull and melded a spell. A charm of sorts that would strengthen the connection between Wielder and the Heart. I've taken to calling them motivations. They should enable the Heart to attune to even stronger emotions, hidden within you. I've got one for you here.
I can't... there it is. A rush of cold air, turning to warmth, joy, and then anxiety. I feel good. Time to do some real damage. Barely. Rejoining the fight. I feel good. Use a hand over here. I could outrun a centaur. Time to do some real damage. Maybe I was the illusion all along. The wind of truth is on me well. I could outrun a centaur. That was overwhelming, but also...
exhilarating. The heart is a peculiar device, but I thank whatever spirit you've been to that you've got it in your pocket. If you ever want more, come see me. I've crafted some even more potent than what I gave you. Hunt swiftly, and with empathy.
Supplies are dismal. I suspect we'll need to get more creative to survive a war of attrition. Got a number of weapons in the reasonable amount. Keep that room locked tight for a reason. Here I remind you of the 𝓂 incident. That poor girl still vomits seaweed. Even after the
I could outrun a centaur. Feel the fury.
There's one to remember me by.
I feel good. I feel good. Impressive combination! Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Is it just me, or am I amazed?
I feel good. Replenishing. I could outrun a centaur.
Wayfinder. While we search for 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁, I have a hunch that I'd like you to follow. the bastion of the obscure, I can hear whispers. Not Cryptis, not 𝐼'𝓂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓶𝓙. A pole? I don't think it's malevolent, but I think it's looking for you.
Wayfinder, 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 called on 𝓁𝓂 and 𝓁𝓁𝓬 to assist you in the Bastion of the Obscure.
I'm not sure what we're even looking for.
Oh, what does 𝓁𝓁 mean by that? 𝓁𝓁 can sense something. She's not sure what, but she thinks it's Mabon. I don't know what it is, but I trust her, always.
Let's see what we can find.
Skrit is saddened to see these halls empty. No astral ward, only the smells of fighting and fear. 𝓁𝓁's found something! Quickly, quickly! Oh, tragedy. Skrit hates to see so many good friends lost, hates it.
It never gets easier. I know.
𝓁𝓂 doesn't smell anything besides death, 𝓁𝓁. Let's continue the search.
Cryptis!
Is the commander learning to read Gladium's gestures?
Or the Cryptis's tactics. But Glade is a good leader. You'll be feeling that one for days. I feel good. Rejoining the fight.
Skrit recognizes this. It's one of the housings that Mabon used for his most valued artifacts.
But no artifact. Do you think the Cryptis got to it?
No, this way! Glade says it's nearby. She wants you to pick it up, Wayfinder. It wants you.
Why'd you stop fighting back? It's not worth it, killing you. Amershad, without bloodlust, how humble you are. I'm honest. I don't blame you for hating me. I don't blame your fear. My kind is killed for less. I am ashamed.
Wayfinder! Skrit needs you to open your eyes!
Bam! Feel the fury! You see, your mind will betray you.
Are you okay, Commander?
I'm fine, but I heard Mabon. Iskarin was... I don't know what it means. They were fighting.
Who was fighting?
Mabon and Iskarin. Mabon sounded different. Maybe he hadn't ascended yet. I'm not sure.
𝑅𝒾𝓁 has heard of stranger things in the Bastion of the Obscure. Glade and Skrit will return to Xizzle. Let him know what we discovered.
All right. I'm gonna rest for a moment.
I've only heard Iskarin's voice once before, when I was very little. Curious to see what a pinch of Cryptis possession has done to his mind.
I don't think I'm looking forward to it.
Watching you fumble your way through things is exciting, but I should at least prepare the meat for slaughter.
Not worried, are you?
Only for myself. I'd be missing out on the feast of the decade, should my brother put you down.
Your brother?
No. Ceres never knew how to play nicely. I worry that all he'll leave behind are blood and scraps of your flesh.
Seems like a detail you could have shared sooner.
What difference would that have made, other than to elicit a little more fear? Cerus is no 𝐼'𝓂, but he is terrifying in his own special way. He's circled you this whole time, watching, waiting. As soon as his task is complete, you'll be next.
And what is that task?
You're on the right path. Don't fret.
Commander, it's time. We know where 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 is.
I'm with you.
Wayfinder.
You're calling me that now?
What should I call you?
𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 is so glad to see the commander. The Wayfinder. 𝓁𝓁𝒃 means... apologies. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 is scared. That thing appeared in the sky and... Oh, Glade. 𝓁𝓁𝒃 doesn't know what 𝓁𝓁 would do without you. You'd be just fine if something happened to 𝓁𝓁, but whew, 𝓁𝓁𝒃? 𝓁𝓁 doesn't want to know life without Gladium.
Perhaps we'll meet during more polite weather, Wayfinder. Do I long for the days where Isgaren's greatest fear was Dagda's cooking?
As much as I'd like to jest.
I know. Let's think on the brighter side of things, just for a moment.
I thought our days of adventuring were done. I've quite settled on the idea of watching the world from the tower.
You? Glad to do management work? You've changed since 𝓂𝓂
I never said I don't appreciate a good fight. So long as it's a good one.
Well, if not good, this'll certainly be... exciting.
Wayfinder,
Zoja?
𝐼'𝓂 built it himself, when the world was still run by nature and beasts.
Zizzle, do you still sense him inside?
I do. I can hear the scraping of claws, movement, echoes, cold, cryptis, and...
Then we better hurry.
Your miry companion was right. The veil is parted.
What do you mean?
Say something, Wayfinder?
Nothing. Thought I heard something.
Are you okay?
Careful.
I'm fine.
Okay, fine.
Do they seem stronger?
They've been eating well.
We're down Don't let them get an edge.
I agree with our little light. Move forward with shields high.
Time to do some real damage.
More of them!
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
He's coming. Quickly, tell me a fond memory.
After every big battle, we met back at the bar. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓄𝓏, smiling, Bram and 𝕂𝓁
Keep that close. You'll need the wand to escape too.
Commander! Are you okay?
Zoja, I promise I'll explain, but now is not the time.
Is one of them... in there?
Not at the moment. No.
Who was that?
What are you doing here?
𝐼'𝓂, it's us.
Sounds like you got a heck of a cold,
One fate awaits everyone.
No. Not 𝐼'𝓂.
After him!
𝐼'𝓂, we're here to embrace you.
Oh. It looks like you've got plenty of help without my hand.
Mabon made a choice when they brought the Wayfinder in, and I didn't agree at first. However...
Mabon's optimism got him killed. Unfortunate, but not blameless.
You speak of our friend with disdain? You've been here, compromised. Whatever that thing is, strike it down before it returns to his body.
inside of that swirl. Don't let it return to me.
Push back, 𝐼'𝓂.
What? Do you need my power now? Why not look to your new Wayfinder?
To take an axe to Mabon's memory, we need to keep up with him.
Do you think he's...
He's not in his right mind. Something's off. He's... You know 𝐼'𝓂. He can be cavalice, but not uncivil.
He's headed straight for the source. We can't lose track of him.
More Cryptus. I feel good.
Clutch that memory. Don't loosen your grasp.
Some stray commander. Do you think you're helping them? Do you think you're doing anything by causing more pain here?
Don't let him get to you, Wayfinder.
Mabon chose to trust me, and you can too. I may not be a wizard.
You brought the world to the brink of ruin. Do you realize, if you hadn't killed Zhaitan...
Did you not see what the Elder Dragons destroyed with every cycle? The lives they ruined? You didn't witness the terror they wrought firsthand. You hid.
There is a line, and you don't see it. But how could you? I exist at the edge. You scurry below. I protected this world from you couldn't fathom.
I think they can. And they've saved it just the same. Dusty codger.
My leg!
Collect yourself.
Reaction.
Your mind
It's
will
all the
betray you.
product of a reaction. Your emotional decision. Reach my age. See what I've seen. And maybe you start to understand. Your eyes have flashed parades and songs, celebrations to honor the blood you spilled. Sit in the shadows for a while. Would you save the world if no one saw you do it?
Yes! Of course!
Get out of this world! Stay away from this place.
We follow.
He will hear us, Wayfinder.
The higher the tower, the longer the fall.
Be as stubborn as you like, but we aren't going to abandon you. Whether or not you disparage your friends.
The Wayfinder has fought with us. They were there for Mabon when you weren't, Curator.
Mabon, he...
I'm neither here nor there.
𝕨𝕒𝕥𝕟𝓜, quickly! Warm your bones.
It's working.
You'll be time to do some real damage. You're so vulnerable. You're seeing things. Feel good. Dust to dust, sand to sand.
Remember the night you found me, out in the storm? My faith was as broken as my body, but you took me in. Let someone else play protector for once.
Please, I can't keep him away.
Who is it? 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓃?
Oh, much worse.
No, it's someone else.
How do you... Silence!
To hold his guard up on a pedestal.
If we bring down the spire, then...
𝕭𝓒𝓚 and I will try to expel whatever, or whoever, has their claws in it.
Zojah, Wayfinder, you two need to keep him distracted.
I'm with you.
Astral Ward, ready yourselves.
I know your spirit. Life gives so little.
Maybe I was the only one since we danced like this. Zojah!
I didn't go to this place for a century to watch it fall.
I feel good.
Let the steam evaporate. Let go.
Wayfinder, get behind me.
I'm getting really tired of this.
Manifest yourself sometime, Wayfinder. I am coming.
Where? Niles.
𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝑒, the curator.
You're the one that's been toying with my thoughts. Visually striking, at least.
To see you here in 𝕞𝕦𝕔𝕙𝕟𝕜. This is grand. 𝕨𝕏 was... He was the best of us.
Too strong.
The tip of his left horn brushed the ceiling.
Wayfinder, closer to me.
He was an idol to... How would your
You need
guidance
to face him alone.
autonomy
I can't.
𝕨𝒧𝒧𝒧 silenced his
I don't know if I...
If I could give you just enough to move.
Epog watched with a smile. Stop.
It's Garen!
And then there's you. The experiences you've had since
Good people have died because of you and your king!
audacious since our last meeting.
We'll see.
You tried, and yet you failed. Again. But this time, your friend won't be able to save you. Killing the masked wizard was treacherous. But when
I feel good. Replenishing. Feel the fury!
crouching,
You killed Mabon?
one of my dearest comrades did land the final blow. But the wizard's pain, it was nectarous. I couldn't adore this Garen for the birth of a moment. Long enough for him to witness the act.
Feel the fury!
Not long enough to act. I fight many heroes from many worlds. And you were among most interesting.
I could smell your new friend through the veil. Righteous, yet diminished.
Peter,
Tell me, who is your latest snare?
the champion of an elder dragon. Garen's resolve was succulent, but this one has tasted the end.
And what do you plan on doing with your new champion? Take them to the king?
I have not decided. The wizard was Eparch's prize.
So, you plan on killing them yourself?
You're very inquisitive, sister.
Oh, not at all. I'm pleased. I should thank you for saving me the effort. Your honor died with Deimos. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓂 is foolish, and so are you. Do not go near him. Get up. My brother is vain and dull, but he will kill us both if we give him an opening.
If we get out of here, I'll
talk.
Run! We should have given you to Labrys to eat.
Kill it before they join.
Have you always been a traitor?
feel the
Attack my target!
Maybe I was the illusion all along. Replenishing.
Avoid his gaze. What are you doing?
Attack my target! Get back here!
Desert reflection.
What's your plan, Do you want to bridge?
Attack my target!
Together?
I just want to stop you and your...
I'm neither here nor there. Time to do some real damage.
Use a hand over here.
I owe you one. I feel good. I'm neither here nor there.
He did not deserve to dream. It would seem I placed my bet on the right champion. Well fought, Wayfinder.
I don't know if we would have survived that without you.
Perhaps not. We shouldn't tarry here too long. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓂 is likely watching. This rift will lead us to the tower. I'm sure they'd like their wizard back. And I have something to ask of you.
Who are you?
Oh, I like this one.
Thank the spirits, they've got his 𝓂
See? Just fine.
Ah, that's about how tall I expected the Wayfinder to be. I think.
Someone explain to me what this 𝕨𝕒𝓃𝓃 is doing here.
I do not want to see this place in ruins over something petty.
Are you well? How is your mind? Is your power... your head?
I am home.
Wasn't sure you'd make it out of that one.
Nor I.
I need to connect you to one of the celestial strands. If someone could get my needle.
I could use some water.
But you don't need...
It reminds me that I'm still alive. More importantly, we have questions to answer. I would very much like to talk to you, 𝐵𝓂.
Oh, and you, Your Highness.
No titles. Not in my home.
Oh. Curious.
Let's take this somewhere more private. We needn't stress anyone else with that conversation.
𝑅𝒾𝓁 will get his 𝑔𝒂 water.
Commander, I have something to discuss with you. I'm so glad you're okay. When we woke up, the sky was...
Everything okay, 𝓂?
Come on, Shaman. Let's give them a minute.
You just... let me talk for a minute, please. In order to connect to the flow and access the magical ecosystem, there's a ritual. It makes your memories fuzzy, the personal ones, at least. You've probably heard about that, unfortunate side effect. When I thought you and 𝐻𝑒𝓁 were dead, I just... And now, I feel very selfish for humoring the idea at all. I mean, won't I be doing the same to you? If I choose to ascend, won't I be leaving you behind? Destiny's Edge? I just...
𝓂, I'm not going anywhere. Neither are you. Complicated wizard spells or no, you found a family. You aren't alone.
I won't remember much of our past together. And our friends can't know I'm here. Not yet, anyway. I'll be isolated and...
We'll figure that out. But it doesn't mean that I can't be friends with whatever version of you I meet on the other side.
You're a good friend, Commander.
Wayfinder, 𝐻𝑒𝓁 would like to speak.
Go ahead, Wayfinder.
Are you okay, little light?
Better clarity is all. I'm okay. Really, 𝐷𝑒𝓁.
It is a lot to suggest. I realize this.
Wayfinder, I'd have preferred to welcome you to our home myself, but Mabon had other intentions. You spared him. Unfortunately, our troubles are not over.
As I have never had the chance, I am 𝐵𝓂 of House 𝕨𝕦𝕔𝕙, though houses and titles given by epoch are less than reputable. But in my world, it carries weight. We'll need that. Just because we've felled Xeris does not mean this fight is well and done. The opposite seems to be true.
You use language that suggests an alliance.
Let me pose this to the Wayfinder wizard. 𝓂 is alive and well, thriving even, on the backs of my kind.
Societies limp under poor leaders, and recover like clockwork.
𝓂 is not comparable to Tyrian leaders. He does not simply drain them of wealth or land. He has taken to eating them.
He's feeding on other Cryptis?
Our blood is his blood, and eventually we will be dissolved.
And that is tragic.
Killing 𝓂 is a mutual goal, 𝐻𝑒𝓁.
I don't meddle in foreign politics, Lady 𝐵𝓂. Letting him devour your entire people, while upsetting, could ultimately help Tyria. Can't start another invasion without bodies, can he?
But he can come here himself and do the same to this world. And he is quite fond of it.
I've turned away many beings from outside, especially after the gods and the damage they wrought. I have also neglected to ask for help, and to accept it when I've needed it most. Wayfinder, thoughts?
It doesn't sound like we have much of a choice.
I promise. No deception.
The Astral Ward needs to recover before we take action. But I'm not opposed to hearing a plan.
Your air is a delicacy to breathe. And I could use that indulgence. I trust that 𝓻𝓂 will help where he's able. But now, I want to ask you. You have saved your home world more than once. And now, I am asking you to help save mine.
Wanna walk me through the plan?
For now, I just need you. The Cryptis would be overwhelmed if too many of 𝓻𝓂's people came through. But if you come in with me and help rally support, we can prepare them for the push against 𝓂.
Do you think they'll trust me?
Far more than they trust their king. And I need them to trust me.
Then I'll go with you.
Good. I'll leave you to your friends, Wayfinder. I'm sure you've much to discuss. At first, it was simple curiosity. Cerys was not wrong. You are a delicacy to us. Ceres also angers so easily. I couldn't miss the opportunity to throw a stone into his pond. But then I saw what you could do. I felt what you had done. We may be born of different rules, but strength recognizes strength. And helping me kill Ceres proved all that I needed. Of course not. The emotions of your people may smell of wine, but your flesh is not for me. I first tasted your aura quite some time ago. I didn't know it was you then. But you died, and then came back. I felt that ripple, even if it was brief. There are many realms that linger near yours. I assume they felt it too. When you fell into Ceres' trap and first came to 𝕨𝕗, I felt that ripple again. Your life has been precarious. Besides, I needed you alive. Ceres and Deimos were always horrible. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓂 encouraged that. He raised them to follow his orders and to consume. At least Deimos had the slightest bit of reservation. But even he was too focused on bloodlust. Managed to wiggle past his Garen's barriers, only to get trapped and killed. Ceres never stood as tall as our brother. Not in 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝒃's eyes. He tried, but death was his fate. And dying by your hand was a far kinder fate than by 𝐻𝑒𝓁's. So no, I do not mourn him. I mourn the brothers I never had.
You're my new wayfinder.
I am. And you're the one we fought through an army of Cryptus to save?
I am.
𝐻𝑒𝓁, I...
Very informal for someone who's never met me.
Sorry. I've heard so much about you.
I don't care what you call me. 𝐻𝑒𝓁 is comfortable. He is comfortable. But I've been called many names. And all of them are as true as this one. I've lived many lives. And I haven't always looked like this. You've always been a mystery to me. You first caught my eye in your pursuit of Zhaitan. I started to piece it together.
You've been watching? Why didn't you help?
It's not my job to interfere with nature. The path unfurled as expected. You're alive. Most of your friends are alive.
Most of them?
Oh, calm. Life is death, and things could have been far worse, I promise. I do want to thank you, Wayfinder. Your aid was clearly needed here, and will be needed as you march with your friend.
Welcome back to the 𝐻𝓁𝓁 Report. This is 𝕨𝓁 reporting from our studio in 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁. This reporter was recently given the impromptu opportunity to interview the famed pack commander during my first world tour. Their eyes, glossy as the Jade Sea, watched me with weariness. The catastrophe in 𝐻𝓁𝓁 was still heavy on their soul. We stood in their home, a residential district in Divinity's reach. The smells of urine and fresh bread competed for attention. The ending of the dragon cycle sent ripples through the world. They acknowledged the great loss we all suffered as a result. I also asked of their leadership, of which they were not shy. A hint of pride could be detected in their tone. We pivoted to the end of the dragon cycle, which generations suffered. They blamed the dragon void, the force that felled Suwon. So, what's next for the commander? Tyria, they said, still needs aid. Near the end of our interview, the commander was pulled away in a frenzy of emotion. A letter fell into their lap as we spoke. They peeled it open with the precision of a hardened warrior. Delicate, but intentional. Their eyes glanced over the contents. Dread, but possibly a hint of warmth, brushed their cheeks before they looked to me. Sorry, was all they could mumble before leaving. While I wasn't able to ascertain their call to action, I can only assume they were pulled to the arms of another battle. Next up on the 𝐻𝓁𝓁 Report, I go head-to-head with 𝕁𝓂 Brimstone, ally of the commander and tribune of the Blood Legion. 𝕁𝓂, how do you feel about the escalating calls for global unity following the death of Suwon?
Get that damn thing out of my face before I shove it!
Until next time, stay sharp, Tyria.
Hey, Commander, can I borrow your comms device?
Of course.
I haven't worked on one of these things in years. What is this? Did she have voice messages? Oh, 𝕨𝓁.
Do you need any help working that?
Commander! What the heck? Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for weeks. I hope whatever cave you've been hiding in at least...
Hi, 𝕨𝓁. 𝕨𝓁?
Zojja? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Hey, Commander. Could you give us a moment?
Take as long as you need.
Yeah, I know.
Another personal victory.
speaks for us both, and it's especially good to see you. When Skrit woke up, the sky was red. Cryptids were... Well, 𝓂 should have known that the commander would prevail.
You really can drop the commander now, you know, 𝓂.
Skrit will always honor the commander's legacy, even if they've begun a new one, or are about to begin another.
I guess I can't leave my past behind, but that's a much more complicated conversation. It was an honor, fighting with you both.
The honor was, and is, ours.
Sit still, and this will go faster. If 𝐼'𝓂 were here, you know what she'd say.
Don't look at me. She already pinned me down to siphon away my blood for testing.
I am simply making sure that you are both at optimum health.
Don't let me interrupt.
Please, interrupt.
Not at all. You're next.
I'm sure the Wayfinder has places to be.
Behave. You're supposed to be a leader, Warden.
We've a moment to celebrate. Even you deserve to breathe a little for keeping us all in one piece.
Though, I could use a salve or two. That last battle reminded me that I am indeed no longer a student of the colleges.
Oh, I have something.
Rest, Wayfinder. I'm sure this calm is only temporary. When the sun rises, it'll be another day. It's only a matter of time before we need to tell the rest of the world what happened here. So, kick your boots off.
I suppose we're going to have to tell them one way or another. In case it happens again.
For now, let yourself refuel. When I was a shaman...
Go, quickly, or he'll bore you to death with a monologue about the time he drank soured ale and saw Nut's face on every...
It's a good story.
Who am I to distract from the doctor's orders anyway? Narcisse, have at him.
A well-fought victory, Wayfinder.
Impressive indeed, and you barely scuffed that perfect skin.
Speaking frankly, I agreed with 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 initially. You were too unpredictable a variable. I am rarely proven wrong.
I'm glad I proved trustworthy. So, what's next then?
There's still much to rebuild, physically and emotionally. I think I'll plan a memorial for Mabon.
He would appreciate that, my friend. I'll be restoring Omnitas's defenses.
So, any lingering reservations about our new friend here, Dagda? Last-minute notes?
That twinkle in your eye. For what starless purpose would you ask such a question?
Oh, just stoking the forge. As always, you're so above it all.
Good of you to notice. I am grateful you gave me a chance to adjust. Much has changed, and quickly. It can be jarring for the eldest of us.
My history with immortal entities has been mixed. Here's hoping the whole Wayfinder thing is a good change.
If the heroes of this age are even half your measure, the court may even call on others in time. it may be inevitable.
Dagda.
I owe it to 𝕨𝕭𝕥 to try.
We're going somewhere cold after this. And on flat Earth.
Not warm. We could rent that little bungalow near the blood-tide coast.
Don't you two look rested?
No, unfortunately. But we've got them on the back foot. I'm more worried for the mainland than 𝕨𝕭𝕥 now.
Cryptids are still coming in from Nyos, but their numbers are weaker. 𝐻𝑒𝓁 is scared. Poor thing.
We don't want to assume, but things are looking up.
I'm just glad you're taking a moment for yourselves. Savor it.
Oh, we will. Planning our first vacation in, what, 7 years?
At least. The ward has very strict rules for interacting with the rest of the world. But we could use a few days away.
Attack my target!
There you are. I thought I felt something's different. It's fascinating. What you smell like, what you feel like. I'd hoped that Ceres was a smarter warrior than his brother, but I've been wrong before. I'll admit that. You, though, not only do you remind me of the seer, but your fear tastes like his. 𝐻𝑒𝓁 has impressed me, but she'll still fall short. They all do. Be wise, Wayfinder.
Seeing some strange rift activity. Closest ward member, investigate immediately.